Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar, not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another introduction slash review for you, and this is the brand or the house of Bentley. House of Bentley doesn't need introduction. They are one of the best car manufacturer or car brand out there that make very good fragrances. I unboxed and reviewed many of their fragrances before, and for the price they are quite impressive. When you hear a car brand, you think, oh my goodness, this is going to be not good or okay. But Bentley, for somehow they made themselves very good because they bring good perfumers in here. So for the last God knows 20 years or so, they've been making very good fragrances, one hit after another, and many people same as me, they are they are very big fan of this brand. This one in particular came out 2017, and this is from their Momentum line, and this one's called Bentley Momentum Eau de Toilette 100 ml, aimed for men. And this in United Kingdom you can find it around £30 or under, and for that price this is a beauty. The perfumer for this is a very famous perfumer, is one of the rock stars of the perfumers world, and that is Natalie Lawson. Natalie Lawson does an introduction. She's very famous. Reason is because whatever she does, she got that Midas touch. It turns to gold, and this one is no exception. It's very well blended, it's very well done, it's very good perfumery in here. The second you smell it, you know there's a good perfumery and good experience and a good mixture of ingredients in here. So for a price, absolutely yes. I absolutely adore this one. I wore it for the last couple of days and I was pleasantly surprised again, because I thought this is going to be a little bit on the boring side, although overall it's quite safe, it's quite a crowd pleaser, and it is a people pleaser. It's a very safe DNA in here. There is nothing in here to make it challenging or artistic or edgy or anything like that. It's very safe fragrance overall, and some people might find this a little bit on the repeatable cycle or a little bit on the boring side for them. If you are a big collector and you collect many fragrances, maybe this is not for you. But if you are like somebody like me who is enthusiastic about different fragrances, this is one of the best out there for the price, especially for a fresh fragrance, especially for a price, and especially for Eau de Toilette. Is actually the performance is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. On my skin around 4 to 5 hours. On t-shirt goes around 6 to 7 hours, so it's not a huge player, but for Eau de Toilette and for a fresh fragrance it is not bad. In terms of projection, I got an arm length of projection for about an hour or so, and after that slowly subside, where you have a small bubble, small cloud and a small trail. You need to go a little bit heavy on the trigger. I usually put at least 10 sprays of it to enjoy it, to notice it. You need to go heavy on trigger to notice it anyway. So let me read you who's it for. This is, I would say, is ageless, from 18 to 180. Anybody can wear it. In terms of gender, obviously this is marketed towards men, but if you're a lady and you like this kind of fragrances, it doesn't mean anything. You can wear it easily, especially the DNA in here, to my nose, is very unisex. And in terms of the occasion, this is one of those Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, formal occasion, casual, formal, informal, casual, daytime, special occasion, anything you want. And in terms of season, this is better suited for warmer weather because it's quite fresh, but you can use it all year round if you like this kind of fragrances. Again, it is very versatile. In summer less sprays, in winter more sprays, although as I said, you need to go at least 10 sprays of it to notice it and to enjoy it. So let me read you the ingredients. The ingredients is says on top we have violet leaf, sea notes, and nutmeg and bergamot. In the middle we have ambergris, cashmere wood, and jasmine. And in the base you have sandalwood, tonka bean, musk, and moss. So everything in here I get to some extent. There are some few things that is not mentioned. For example, I get a big lavender in here, although there's a violet leaf, it says in the note breakdown. And yeah, the violet leaf is big as well, but it's like a combination of violet leaf and the lavender, so it's making it very, very aromatic. So if you like your aromatics, this is very, very good. There are a few fragrances that it reminds me to some extent. Okay, again, it's not 100%, it's not a copy of them, it's not inspired by them, but when I wore it, it reminded me of those fragrances somehow to some extent. Okay, it's just to put you in the right direction, give you a right mental picture how it smells, and give you the approximation of the smell. So for example, it reminded me quite strongly of CH Men by Carolina Herrera. Yes, CH Men, which has been discontinued, I think. So that one, when it was quite popular, it was around 70 to 80 pounds, but these days it's very, very hard to find. This is a very good alternative to it, so it's quite similar to that one. The other one is Burberry London to some extent. The spiciness of it reminds me of Burberry London, but that one is much, much heavier on the spices. This is the spices toned down and is much fresher. That one is quite dense and thick, but the spices somehow reminds me of that one, although this is much, much fresher. To some extent, it reminds me of Dolce & Gabbana, the original. Yes, again, the amber in here, it reminds me of that one. It's a lot of sweetness, a lot of amber, and also the woody dry down of this one, it reminds me of that one. Again, to some extent, again, none of these are copy or inspired by this one. Okay, this one is inspired by them. To some extent, it reminds me of Mont Blanc Legend, especially the tonka bean in here and the sweetness of it. It reminds me of Mont Blanc Legend. Again, it's not a copy, but somehow, some extent, it reminds me of that one. And last but not least, to some extent, it reminds me of Givenchy Gentleman Only. Again, the powderiness in here reminds me of that one, the sweetness, the powderiness, and also that spicy, powdery feel to it, and a leathery feel to it. By the way, the leather is not mentioned in the dry down, but definitely I smell some leather in the base, but it's very, very soft and it's very suede-like. So if you like any of the fragrances I mentioned, probably you like this. If you don't like any of the fragrances I mentioned, you won't like this. So just to put you in the right direction to know how it smells. So when it opens up a huge aromatic plus those citruses, making it very bright, very happy. But overall, this is fresh, but it's not super fresh. So it is fresh to semi-fresh. I categorize it as fresh to semi-fresh. The nutmeg, yes, it gives me that spicy tinge. Also, I smell some cardamom in here, which is not mentioned again in the note breakdown. So I get some cardamom, I get some nutmeg, and also it says sea notes. I don't get that much sea notes per se. I don't get saltiness, but I get watery aspect. Definitely very, very watery and aquatic, but minus the sea salt. Woods, yes, there's very, very woody, sandalwood, cedar, and cashmere wood. So it's a cedar, sandalwood mainly. It's quite smooth, it's quite buttery, and it's very, very fresh, it's very clean. Overall, it's quite clean, this fragrance. And the musk, again, from the beginning to the end, you always feel the musk. So it's quite musky and quite green in the same time as well. And also, as I said, this little bit of suede-like feel to it in the base. Also, the sweetness is come from tonka, and the tonka in here giving a little bit of nutty feel as well. Yeah, a little bit of nutty feel, a little bit of earthiness, and also sweetness from the tonka. So overall, it's a very, very well done fragrance. Obviously, Natalie Lawson know how to make fragrances, and it shows. When you smell it, you smell construction, you smell know-how, and you smell experience. So this is the first thing it hits you. The quality of the ingredients is good for the price. Very, very good for the price. It smells very good. It smells much more expensive than I paid for it. I paid under £30 for this. And in terms of performance, as I said, it's medium performer. It's not a huge performer, but it's quite good, especially if you go heavy on the trigger and you put some on the skin and some on t-shirt. It lasts you almost about 7 hours or so. So not bad for that, for plus an hour of good projection. So overall, and also it's very ageless, it's quite young. I mean, it's not young, but it's quite ageless. Actually, because it reminds me of some of these fragrances I mentioned, although some of them a little bit on the mature side, but the DNA is done in here that is very, very friendly, is very, very friendly and very, very easygoing. So it's easygoing, it's very friendly, is a crowd pleasing, is a people pleaser, probably garner you attention if you go heavy on the trigger, because up to 10 I put, it doesn't shout too much, it doesn't jump off my skin too much. But if you go heavy on trigger, probably people will smell you from the other side of the road as well. Overall, highly recommend it. It's very, very underrated. It's very non-spoken, on the radar fragrance. Very, very good fragrance. I unboxed and reviewed all of them in this lineup. This is Momentum. I reviewed Momentum Intense, and also I reviewed Momentum Unlimited, and also Momentum Unbreakable. So there are 4 of them in this lineup. All of them are very, very good. This one is the originator, and I highly recommend it. If you find it for a good price, under £30, this is a very, very good fragrance. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this one definitely a hidden gem. Oh, by the way, the presentation is superb. Very, very heavy bottle, very heavy cap, and everything about it. You know, House of Bentley, they know how to make presentation very well, especially for a price. They always feel like much more expensive than what you pay. If you want to purchase one of my own perfume and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I leave them in the link, but you need to live in United Kingdom in order to do so. They're out of this world, super artistic, ultra beast mode, very mysterious, very unique. The first thing it hits you is the highest quality of the ingredients in those perfumes. There are 20 of them in my lineup. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So there are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. If you want to invite me to a coffee, you could do that as well. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye.